No, you really did not. You did not let me win. No, you didn't. I just kicked your ass that badly. Okay, you're a disappointment, Vector. Why did you... Seriously, Vector, you should try harder than that. Spawning at such a level... That level is just so... Dear God. I'm gonna kick his ass after this. I can't believe Vector did this to me. That's why I didn't want to be too excited, because I felt like he was trolling me. He was trolling me, just spawning at a level as low as that. What the fuck? You don't just do that. No. Be a real raid boss. He really doesn't feel like it right now, I guess. He's probably tired of my shit, which, you know, if Vector is sick of my shit, then you know shit's real. Also, he's not actually sick of my shit, because if he was, well, I don't even know how that would work. How would you tell? He's just, you can't troll a troll. He's one of the biggest trolls of all time. I have not seen anyone that's more of a troll than Vector. I'm pretty sure that makes sense. I mean, maybe it doesn't, but who cares? I don't need anyone's opinion. I'm just sure that Vector is pretty much the troll. I don't think anyone has trolled better. Now, Vector does deserve to get his ass kicked for spawning like that. Dear God. I mean, he deserves to get his ass kicked regardless, but come on. I put in the hard work so he could spawn at very, very, very high levels, and he spawns at that level. How insulting. I'm disgusted. I'm going to go kill you now, Vector. And then I'm going to make you respawn, and I'm going to kick your ass until I no longer can. Okay. And now I am... Anyway, moving on. It's time to destroy him. And now obviously I don't want to do... Man, those life points are just so low. How could you do this to me? Dude, why would I want to call you Ray? I just want to call you Vector because that's her name, Vector. Although maybe at one point it wasn't. How would I... Do I care? I don't care about your depressing backstory. I know you have one, but I don't remember it very well. And that's if I ever saw it on screen at all. Unfortunately, some shit happened, and I kind of stopped paying attention after what happened to Kite. I mean, yeah, let's just say that I didn't feel like watching after that. Well, some health issues happened. I had issues, because I've always had them. I don't think there's ever been a time in my life when I didn't have issues. And I know that's depressing, but also isn't that everyone? I mean, everyone has an issue with something. Especially right now. But we're not going to discuss that because it's probably not going to help very much. Though, honestly, in a normal country, I think I would be far more sane. That's a lie, I don't think I can be sane. I think I am always going to be just a bit insane. I don't think there's a way around that. I just think it's inevitable that I will stay insane for pretty much my entire life. But, I mean, I'm not going to be as insane as Vector. Or as insane as a number of other people. I'm not going to be as insane as Nasch and Merag, for instance. Also, how did I even become obsessed with him anyway? I asked ChatGPT and I still don't think I understand. And you may be wondering, what did ChatGPT say as the answer? I don't remember, and quite frankly, this is not the time. I mean, a lot of people are critical because you don't want to ask ChatGPT for the answer to anything, because you know what, ChatGPT can be wrong, and you know, I think it's lied to me a lot. I know that I shouldn't just say that, because how do I know when it's lied? Well, I know that I've interacted with it enough for it to have lied about something. I caught it getting the president wrong once. Like, bro, no, dude, listen. In my brain, the president shouldn't be the president, but he is still the president. So let's not get our facts twisted, ChatGPT. I still know who the president is, even though I don't want him to be the president. And I mean, really, he shouldn't be. I mean that in the worst of ways. What does that mean? What does that mean? In the worst of ways? Well, he's done some shit, so, he belongs in prison. And he should have been in prison a long time ago. Why is he not in prison? I don't know. I guess the country didn't think he was... Dude, I don't know what's going on, because he's done some shit. And apparently there was enough evidence to convict him before he won. Then why let him in office? Just redo the election. Why even allow him to run in the first place? This country failed itself. It failed all of us. I cannot believe people still voted for him. And people are still on Trump's side. Like, what? I probably shouldn't be talking about the president right now. No one watches my videos for politics. But I don't care. There is a lot of shit going on, and he shouldn't be in office. Also, there are people starving. I think I should complain about that. I'm gonna complain about you, Vector. How dare you disrespect my deck? Yes, that's right. You're disrespecting my deck. You're disrespecting it. You deserve to die for that. And I did a number of things. I did all kinds of things. I did things that I probably shouldn't confess to. And therefore, I will not. To things I should probably not confess to? What does that mean? To be fair, I don't think anyone wants to know the answer to that. No one wants to know the answer to half the shit I've done. Okay, why would I do that again? Okay, I activated something that I probably shouldn't have. You know what? Whatever, the duel's over. You should have spawned at a higher level. This is a disappointment. You're a disappointment to everyone, including our family. I don't even remember what our family is like, but I think they were bad. I can't remember. And if they were that bad, well, too bad for you. I'm going to just auto-duel this shit because I need to get him back up to a high level. He needs to, I mean, I've got enough, okay, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm building up so I can destroy him at a higher level. Auto-duel is cringe. Seriously, look at it. Like, what the... It's awful, trust me. So why am I letting it duel for me? Well, it's faster. So, I wonder if you guys are curious why I'm still pissed. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me, to be honest. If I asked my therapist, she would still not know. If I tried to describe what was going on inside of me, she'd probably not know why those feelings are there. I mean, considering therapy is actually work, I really don't think it's her job to come up with the answers, but she can suggest possibilities. And as far as I know, the possibilities are, or there are a wide range of things that could piss me off, but a lot of them just aren't in play at the moment. Though I can say the president pissed me off once, and I think that's the best example so far. I don't think anything else is happening that would piss me off that makes any sense. Also, Vector pissed me off. He did some shit to me that he really should not have done. Oh my god, who am I talking about? Me? Shark? I don't know. I mean, honestly, he did some shit. I'm still mad at Vector for what he did years ago. I'm still mad. So mad. So mad. Bro, really? You know, if Vector and I actually could speak, I don't think it would be long before he regretted pissing me off. And because it's just not a good idea. It's not a good idea, don't do it. And pissing Shark off isn't a good idea either, don't do that. Don't do that, you really shouldn't do that. But Vector did. And we know what happened to Vector. I know he had a death scene, and that's it. I know he had a death scene. Yes, I know about it. I heard about the death scene. I know he had one. And Yuma gets backstabbed. He got backstabbed, and he tried to save Vector's life. Better than me, I would have just let Vector die. I would have just let Vector die. Because he would have deserved it. Although, to be honest, I think Yuma failed to save him, if I remember the spoilers correctly. Anyway, all of the Barians... Wait. Did all of them die, or just... I don't remember. I don't remember, oh god. I think Nash stayed alive, to be honest. And didn't he tag team with Yuma against Dawn 1000? You know, a duel I never watched. Maybe like, why do you keep talking about these episodes you've never watched? Why do I talk about them? Well, I've got spoiler immunity. Although, Konami doesn't care about spoiling you to begin with. It will spoil you whenever it wants. Like, it actually spoiled people before I even bothered. Like, a long time ago, I talked about my spoiler immunity, and it had already spoiled people. I just didn't know. And you may be wondering, wait, what? And dude, I have a lot of videos. I don't even remember half the shit I've said. I've probably said some terrible shit and I don't even remember it. I want to have a redemption arc after the United States is done role-playing as the Fire Nation. But as long as we're role-playing as the Fire Nation, I can't have a redemption arc. Also, I haven't really done anything that bad, so I don't really know how I'm supposed to have a redemption arc. I mean, I'm a bitch, but that's still as bad as I'm being. I guess depending on your perspective. guess if you side with Trump, I am a villain. But I don't really think that being Trump's enemy makes you a villain. I'm pretty sure that makes you, let's see, I think most people against Trump are good people. Some of them aren't, but I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I'm gray in moral standards anyway. And you may be like, what? What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, I know Trump won the election, but I disagree with the results. I still think he should be in prison. I still think that. And now, he was reelected legally, so I don't have legal grounds to disagree with the fact he won. But he said some shit. He's done some shit. And is the government still shut down? I believe it is. I haven't checked. But there are two parties in office. You can't blame one of them for a shutdown. Especially when your party is in power. Seriously. Republicans have the House, they have the Senate, and they have the presidency and the executive. So the Republicans are to blame for the shutdown. Don't listen to the White House webpage. Can't believe I have to be like, the White House is lying to you. Well, the half of it that remains. Whatever remains of it, at least. I cannot believe Trump did that to the White House. I cannot believe I'm talking about politics instead of how awful Vector is. Well, I guess that's because my memory is terrible. All I remember is he's awful, but I don't really need... Dude, I've recorded recently enough to know that without having to rewatch anything. Seriously. I wonder how this was dubbed. I wonder how this was covered in the dub. I heard the Zexal dub is awful, but honestly, how would I know that? I've never seen it. Also, what if I'm a fan of terrible shit? What if I'm a fan of terrible shit? We know I was obsessed with Nasch and Merag at one point, so we know my taste can be questionable. Although Nasch and Merag is generally considered to be a good villain, so... I mean, I think normal Merag was pretty good as a villain too, to be honest. You think I'm scared of your field spell? You think I'm scared of it? Vector? No, I'm not scared of your field spell. That field spell is going to be destroyed. I will kill the field spell. Yeah, that's right, you're going down. How the hell did you win? How did you... This is why the AI is cursed. Oh my god. I cannot believe I had to have that on video. That's stupid. Ugh. I want to level that high. Give it to me. In fact, if you don't do what I say right now, I will torture you. It will be in my torture dungeon. You will scream. It will be very loud. I will record it too. And broadcast it for all of hell to hear. Because I'm stealing ideas now. No, I'm not going to torture you. I'm just going to... I don't think you can be tortured, to be honest. I mean, I just don't believe that. I mean, I know that you may not necessarily be as into pain, but I'm not sure you can be tortured. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You seem like you're into some weird shit, Vector. I'm calling you out for that. You're into some weird shit. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah. You should think before messing around with me. Because doing that is regarded as a bad move. You never know what I will do. You never know if I will do a good... You never know if I will do something intelligent or stupid. But you definitely know that I'm going to do something. Okay. Dude, we haven't won and the victory music is playing. That is what I call cursed. Dude, it's not allowed to play until I'm actually winning. There is no evidence that I am going to win this. There is just no evidence for that. Although I have no plans to. Wait, what? I have no plans to lose. I have no plans to lose. I plan to win. I plan to destroy him as much as possible. He deserves to be destroyed. My opinion. And the only correct one. Yeah, that's right. I'm calling my opinion correct now. It is the correct opinion. Anyone that disagrees with me, well, your opinion's wrong. Yeah, that means a lot. Well, you know, it's not like anyone cares about my opinion to begin with. That's a good thing about the internet. No one gives a shit about your damn opinions. Until you have enough clout. And then suddenly you get canceled for having a terrible opinion. But I don't have clout. I don't have clout rights. I don't think I will ever have clout rights. And you know what? That's probably for the best. Okay, you're going down, Vector. Do you want to understand? Do you want to know what you did? You want to know your sins? Well, first off, you touched Rio, which was a bad idea. You shouldn't have done that. And second, you insulted me for something I wish happened that didn't. I don't care. I wanted it to happen, and it didn't happen. You insulted me for wanting it to happen. So I'm going to kill you for this. I'm going to bring you back to life because as a raid boss, that is your fate. You are supposed to be brought back to life over and over and over. Your fate is to respawn until midnight. You will be set free at midnight, but until then, you are my bitch. Oh my god. No, I don't actually mean that. Don't take that seriously, okay, dear God. Although he's what age? Like 1,000 or something? I don't know. But when he's reborn, he goes back to being, Raymond? I don't know. I mean, I watched the last episode, hoping that Quattro and Rio would interact in it, and they didn't. I was disappointed. I had a ship. I had a ship. Okay, sure, but no one cares about my ships. Except maybe you, Belle, but we're going to ignore that. Except what? Well, I mean... Hold on. I'm attacking. Okay, I attack. That wasn't enough damage. You deserve more damage. You deserve to take more damage, Vector. I'm going to spawn you again. It's going to be fun. You're not free. I will not set you free. I will make sure you experience a lot of pain. No mercy. Only pain. You deserve pain. You deserve all the pain. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. In the next video, I don't know what will happen, honestly, but I'll think of something.